I'm Heather Eubank, your Be Well Program Manager. In this video, I'm going to be demoing several exercises that you can do with your Be Well resistance band. Before we get started, it's always best to consult your physician before starting a new exercise routine. In addition to showing you a demo of each exercise, we will be going through several repetitions of each one, so you'll get a small workout at your desk or wherever you're watching this video. If at any point you experience any dizziness or lightheadedness, stop exercising and have a seat. If that feeling persists or you experience it exercising in the future, please consult your physician. Since we'll be going through several repetitions of each exercise, you might feel a slight burn in your muscles, and that's normal. It means that you're working them. However, if you experience any pain that is sharp or sudden, stop that exercise. And again, if it continues or persists in future workouts, consult your physician. Before we get started, we want to make sure that we have an even base. So if you have any sort of elevation in your shoes, go ahead and remove them now as we exercise. Before you use your resistance band, each time you want to make sure that you check it for any tears or rips. If you find any, go ahead and discard your band. All right, my band looks good. Let's go ahead and get started. Before we start doing any resistance exercises, we want to make sure that we properly warm up the body. So let's go ahead and start marching in place. This is just going to go ahead and get the blood circulating, heart rate elevated slightly so that the muscles can receive the nutrients and oxygen that they need. Side to side, working the body in all areas, mimicking some of the exercises that we're going to be doing. Take your arms wide, cross them over. Back to some high knees. Great, let's get into our resistance exercises now. So the first exercise we're going to be doing today is a squat. So to set this up, you're going to step on your resistance band. You want to make sure that you have an equal amount of band on each side. For this exercise, what you're first going to do is sink your hips behind you. You're going to keep your weight in your heels, and then you're going to squeeze all the muscles in the back half of your body as you stand up. You can take this squat as low as you'd like. If you're being mindful of any knee issues, you can keep the squat a little more elevated. I'm going to turn to show you that my knees are not going beyond my toes. And if you want to make this exercise more challenging, you can cinch up on that resistance band. You should feel some tension as you push through your heels, standing back up. Belly button is pulled in towards your backbone. We're going to do 3 more. 2, 1. Next, we're going to move into the upper body. So we're going to take a little bit of resistance out of that tension band because our biceps, the muscle we're about to work next, aren't quite as strong as our lower body. So what we're first going to do is we're going to have our arms along our side. We're going to raise our left arm up just as if we were lifting a water bottle and then lower back down. Same thing on the right side. If you need more resistance, you can always cinch up on your band. Or if it's a little bit too much, you can always take that band into 1 foot. That'll give you a little bit more of the resistance band to use. Right now we're alternating, but you could easily work both arms at once. And you can also change the angle of your arms. So right now my palms are facing in. We can also have them face out. We can take this a little bit wider and hinge our arms about 45 degrees. Keeping our elbows into our waist. 2 more. Moving back to the lower body, we're going to work the outside of our hips and again the back half of our body and the front part of our legs. So we're going to again take the band beneath both of our feet, and we want to make sure that we have the same amount of resistance band on each side. From here, we're going to cross the band in front of us, and we're going to sit back into a half squat. So not quite as low as you were likely going earlier. From here, we're gonna take a small step to the left, followed by the right foot in. Another one. We're gonna do 3 each side before we switch directions. My belly button is pulled in towards my backbone, supporting my spine. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Next, we're going to again focus on the upper body. So we're just gonna need our band under one foot. So let's go ahead and place it underneath our left foot. We're again going to cross it and we're gonna work our shoulders with an upright row. So what you're going to do is you're going to lift your elbows straight up, bringing your hands up the center of the body and release down. Exhale as you pull up, inhale down. Again, if you want to make this more challenging, you can cinch up on that band. We're going to do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Next, working on the lower body, we're gonna come into a front lunge. So we're gonna keep the band where it's at, and we're gonna take a giant step back with our right leg so that our toes are on the ground, but our heel is lifted. From here, we're going to drop that right knee down and then lift up. Just like your squat, you can take this exercise as low as you'd like to. For more resistance, you can cinch up on that band so you have more resistance as you push through that front heel and back toe. I'm going to turn sideways again to show you that my knee is not going over my toe. 2 more. Last one. Good. We're going to stay here and now work the back of our arms or our triceps. So we're going to release the band from our right hand and keep it in our left. From here, I want you to hinge over, so there's a slight bend in your back. You're going to glue your elbow into your waist, and now we're going to push the arms straight back. If you need to loosen the resistance, you can do so, or if you feel comfortable, you can pull up on that band for more resistance. We're extending our arms straight behind us. Should feel a little bit of burn right in the back of the arm. 3, 2, 1. Good. I'm going to turn back towards you, and we're going to do everything on the opposite side now. So let's take the band underneath our right foot. Again, crossing the band, and we're first going to start with our upright row. So again, elbows lead up towards the ears, hands come up towards the chin, and release down. You can always make this a little bit more challenging if you choose. We're going to do 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving into that lower body, take a giant step back with that left foot, and we're going to drop that left knee towards the floor. It does not need to touch. If you need to, create more resistance. We're going to do 4. Press through that right heel. 2, 1. Moving on to tricep this time on your right hand side. We're going to hinge forward, belly button pulls in towards the backbone to protect the spine, and we're going to glue that elbow into the side, and you're going to kick your arms straight back. Adjust the resistance as you need to. If you want to put your hand on your hips or even cross it to give yourself some support, that's fine. 3, 2, 1. All right, 2 more exercises and we'll be done. So next we're gonna work the back. I'm gonna turn sideways just so you can see how I set up this next exercise. What you're going to do is you're going to take your right arm and extend it straight out in front of you. Your left arm is gonna be right in front of your chest, and you're gonna grab onto the band. From here, you're gonna push that left elbow towards the back of the room and then extend it forward. So you're mimicking a bow and arrow. What this is it's working that right side of your upper back. If you need more resistance, you can walk your hands closer. We're gonna do 3 more. 3, 2, 1, and switching sides. Do 7 of these, more of these total. Belly button's pulled in towards the backbone. Think about having that shoulder blade wrap around your back. 2 more. Great. Last exercise is going to work our chest. So what you're going to do is you're going to place a resistance band behind your back and underneath your armpits. From here, we're going to grab onto the band and you're going to press straight forward. Adjust the resistance as you need to. If you'd like to add a little bit of variation to this exercise, you can pass one hand underneath the other and have them cross in the middle, alternating which arm is on top. Thinking about that neutral spine, supporting that back by pulling belly button in towards the backbone. 2 more. And now we have worked all the major muscle groups of our body. Every time we work out, we want to make sure that we stretch afterwards. So let's take a couple moments to do so. So let's first stretch our legs. If you are by your desk, this exercise or this stretch is going to take a little bit of balance. So you can always place your hand on there. Let's place our left leg over our right. Think about bringing the toe towards the knee. And from here, we're going to sit back. You should feel a stretch all the way through the back half of that left side. Just continue to breathe normally, and let's switch sides. Right leg comes over, and again, sit back. You want to think about having that right knee reaching down towards the ground to get your optimal stretch. To stretch the back of our legs, we can extend left heel out, put a slight bend in the right, and then just hinge slightly forward from the hips. If it feels good to let your neck become a little bit more neutral and look towards the ground, go ahead and do so. Release your toe down, push your hips back a little bit more. And stand up, switching sides. Slight bend in the left leg this time. Hinge forward, toe down. Go ahead, stand back up. Inhale, lift the arms. Take the hands behind you. If you're able to, clasp the hands behind you and go ahead, push them down towards the ground. Lift your chin up. If that's not available to you, you can just take the arms wide behind you. Hands come in front of you, interlace them and push the palms towards the front. Drop your chin towards your chest, stretching out your back. Let's stretch the back of our arms, taking that left arm up and over, and just gently stretch it behind you with that right hand. Switch sides. Great. We've had an entire body workout that you're able to do at your desk or traveling or wherever you may be. Thanks.